This is Carson TV News, your capital city news source.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Carson TV News, your source for Nevada's capital city news. I'm Courtney Bloomer. If you're planning a visit to one of the nearby historic towns of Gold Hill, Silver City, or Virginia City, you may need to find an alternate route. State Route 342 south of Gold Hill has been closed by the Nevada Department of Transportation due to unsafe conditions. The roadway is slipping, and the recent rains raise concerns that safety is compromised for motorists. Those traveling to Virginia City should instead take Route 341, commonly known as the truck route, instead. In other road closures, beginning Tuesday, February 10th through Thursday, February 12th, there'll be intermittent lane closures along Carson Street between William Street and 5th Street during daytime hours. They'll be surveying for work on the downtown streetscape project. Carson Street will be completely closed on Sunday, February 15th between William Street and Musser Street from 8:30 in the morning until 3:30 p.m. Detours will be signed. Rob Beamer is here to tell us about the 5th annual Mason Ortiz Youth Outdoor Skills Camp coming up this summer. Registration has begun and fills up quickly. Here's Rob with more.
For the past 30 years, nationally and in Nevada, there has been a steady decline in the number of youth who hunt, fish, or enjoy other forms of wildlife-related outdoor recreational activities. This is supported by statistics compiled both by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Nevada Department of Wildlife. The conclusion is that a vast majority of Nevada's youth have never even seen a sage grouse, a mule deer, wild sheep, or even a pronghorn antelope in the wild. They've never even enjoyed the thrill of a trout tugging on the end of their line or seeing the rugged beauty that Nevada's vast wild areas have to offer. In an effort to reverse this trend, the Mason T. Ortiz Youth Outdoor Skills Camp was founded in 2011. This camp is named in honor and memory of Mr. Mason T. Ortiz, a 15-year-old Galena High School student who tragically died in a snowboarding accident in January of 2011. Mason was a fifth-generation Nevadan who, from his early years, had an uncanny ability to connect with nature and all of its creatures, both big and small. He truly appreciated the outdoors and loved sharing all it had to offer with his family and friends. It is his family's wish that deserving youth have the opportunity to develop similar passions as were enjoyed and exemplified by Mason. The 2015 Mason T. Ortiz Youth Outdoor Skills Camp has begun soliciting applications for campers and volunteers. The 5th annual camp will be held on July 17th, 18th, and 19th of 2015. The location will be again at the Winnemucca Ranch, located on Winnemucca Ranch Road off the Pyramid Lake Highway, about 30 miles north of the Reno-Sparks metro area. This year, we will be inviting up to 64 campers who are 11 to 14 years of age. While the primary focus remains choosing campers who have limited or no experience in the skills being taught at the camp, we also have a camper classification called Youth Ambassador Camper, which allows a limited number of campers in the same age range who do have previous experience to bring a friend with little or no experience whatsoever. Please refer to the camper application for more details. We anticipate many more applications and openings, so please be sure the application is complete and properly filled out. The application period will close on Saturday, April 25th, and selections will be made by Saturday, May 9th. Don't miss this deadline. Volunteer applications are also requested, but we are anticipating a limited number of openings during the time the campers are present, since volunteers from the previous camps are given a preference. There is still plenty to do with setup and takedown, so please, please, please apply and help us out. As with the youth campers, the application deadline is Saturday, April 25th. Application forms can be found on the MTOYOSC website at www.mtoyouthoutdoorskills.com. Until next time, see you in the outdoors. Back to you, Courtney.
In this week's Modern Manners segment, our very own Miss Manners, Lynette Gardner, is here with tips to consider when using cell phones or other mobile devices.
Hello, and welcome to the Modern Manners Tips and Tricks segment of the show. Today, I want to share something that is a common problem. We've all been there. You know, out in public where people do not wish to be disturbed, and it happens. A cell phone with an obnoxiously loud ringtone and an equally obnoxious song or sound goes off. It happens in movie theaters, at lectures, church, school, work, weddings, funerals, sporting events, the grocery store, public bathrooms. Are you kidding me? Where did we get the idea that this is okay? I use the word loosely since it is clearly not okay. There is a time and a place where a ringtone going off is acceptable. Some people have a broader idea than I of when acceptable is. I personally am of the opinion that the ringtone should only be turned on while at home. I know this may seem extreme and not everyone agrees. That's okay. I figure that if I only have it on at home and not when I am sleeping, then it shouldn't serve as an annoyance to other people except perhaps my family. Since I know this is extreme, I did some research into what others say about when ringtones should be on or off. Most people stated that at work or school, services of any sort, lectures, meetings, in the theater, movies, or live, phones should be off as a service to those around you. They also explained that no matter what, the ringtone should be set at a soft level so as not to disturb others in the vicinity. If your phone goes off because you forgot to turn it off, and we all do, it is best to silence it as soon as possible, be it through answering the phone or simply turning off the sound.
The Carson High Senators faced off with Wooster and Galena last week in basketball. Here's Keith with more in sports.
The Carson High boys basketball team had a less than stellar game against Wooster last Tuesday, but managed to come out on top by a score of 31-26. Then Friday, the Senators didn't play any better, not even scoring a point in the first quarter and finishing up with a 64-42 loss to Galena, which leaves them in a tie with the Grizzlies atop the Sierra League standings with only 2 games left to play, Minogue on Tuesday and Douglas on Friday the 13th. Carson's girls team shared a similar fate last week, standing up to a fourth quarter rally from Wooster on Tuesday to hang on to a 50-42 win, then falling to Galena on Friday 49-48 in a game that came right down to the final seconds. The Senators wrestling team finished fourth in the NIAA Regional Wrestling Championships last weekend, but the real story is Brady O'Keefe at 145, Nolan Shine at 160, and Brady Rivera at 220, all winning individual titles while qualifying for the state meet next week in Winnemucca. Brendan Bassa and Sheldon Miller also advanced after placing second and third. The Wildcats of Western Nevada College had a great day on Friday in the Great Western Shootout Tournament, winning all 3 games on Friday 8-3 over Yavapai College, 2-1 over tournament host Arizona Western, and 11-7 over Eastern Arizona. Saturday morning, Yavapai defeated the Wildcats 6-4, while Arizona Western also came back from their loss the day before to beat WNC 1-0. But the Wildcats came out on top 7-4 against Golden West College to finish the tournament with a third-best 4-2 record. In baseball, the Wildcats took advantage of a couple of wild pitches in the 10th inning to win the first of 4 games against Cochise College 7-4 on Friday. Saturday, WNC swept the doubleheader 4-2 and 6-5 before facing off for the final game of the series on Sunday, where Cochise finally came out on top 7-3.
Thanks, Keith. This week's Artist Spotlight shines on Mike Winsack, a local improv host at the Brewery Arts Center. Mike will be hosting improv workshops in the Black Box Theater on the 2nd and 3rd Thursday of each month at 6:30. This month it's on the 12th and the 19th, so come on down for some improv-style fun.
My name is Michael Winsek, and as an artist, I'm sort of a voice artist, if you will. Much radio experience, and I love doing theater, live theater music, emceeing, hosting, and improv and comedy. I'm a big fan of live theater, films, music, and community-based organizations. And I did some work here at the BAC volunteering. We did some stuff with the film competition, and I fell in love with the energy and the possibilities that the Brewery Arts Center offers. This place is an amazing place, and the people that run it and the volunteers we have and the community that participates, there's just an awesome energy, and I love being a part of it and doing anything I can to make it a success. The kind of art that inspires me is art that comes from the soul, art that comes from deep within somebody. Some of the photographers we have here, I mean, they search deep into their souls and their fears and create wonderful art with their pictures. The potters that you can see their talent and their emotion in what they do. The theater, the live theater, seeing somebody put out, I mean, lay their soul bare on the stage. And even with comedy, with improv, to see somebody reach into their vast repertoire of experiences and influences in their life and pull those out and put them out for everyone to see and share them with everyone. Improv is a fun thing that we're doing here now at the BAC. We're starting to do performances on the first Friday of every month, and now we have 2 workshops during the month that we invite anyone to come and experience improv, just to sit and watch, participate, be a part of, join the team. When we do our performances, we'll do a performance for an hour with our core group, and then we invite anyone to come in and join in on any of the games. Improv is a way to draw upon all your experiences and influences in your life and let them out creatively without a script and just working off one other person or 2 or 3 other people. And some of the people that we have in our core improv group are some of the funniest, most talented people that are in and out of theater in this whole area, and it's a fantastic group to work with. It's an absolute joy. I love improv type humor and things like, and British humor. Monty Python, things along those lines, just, yeah, tickle my funny bone more than anything else. My personal reward for working with the Brewery Arts Center is being involved in the community, seeing people grow, seeing people see things they've never seen before, or do things they've never done before, or hear something they've never heard before. One of my duties here as a board member at the BAC is to help take care of the grounds and property, and I enjoy being a handyman. It's a hobby of mine, and that hobby has kept me very busy here, and I just love it. I like making things work better, making things more functional, making people have a good time and experience things that maybe they wouldn't have had a chance to experience otherwise.
The Brewery Arts Center, Carson TV, and Wired Wednesday Digital Arts Club announce a new film competition, the first St. Patty's Film Crawl, a short filmmaking competition, with screening and judging on Saturday, March 14th. Films cannot be less than 1 minute or more than 10 minutes in length and must utilize one fact about St. Patrick's Day. They can be documentary or mockumentary style in nature, but a narrative must be somewhere within the film, as well as the business the film team partners with, whether it's their logo, a mention of the place, a scene shot in the establishment, or showing the business in the background. Teams should register right away and may begin making their films as soon as they're registered. Email Darla Bayer at dbayer@bactv.org or by calling 830-7939. Luck of the Irish to all of the film festival contestants. Now that more than a month has passed since many of us made our New Year's resolutions to get in shape, it's time for an honest assessment. How are you doing on your goals to exercise more? If you've gotten off track, it's not too late to get back in gear. Today, Star Nixdorf from Paradise Salon, Spa, and Wellness joins us with some tips to combat your exercise excuses.
Hi, this is Star with Paradise Salon, Spa, and Wellness. And today, we're going to talk about overcoming your excuses. Yes, those excuses, why it's okay for you to quit on that New Year's resolution that you made. You know, the one about getting healthy, losing weight, rada, rada, rada. First excuse, past failures. I've tried to lose weight before, I always fail. Yeah, great excuse. Let's start off with the fact that you shouldn't focus on losing weight. You should focus on getting healthy, being able to pick up your own suitcase and put it up on the top rack in the train when you're traveling or something like that. You need a reason why you're going to be getting well. Once you figure out why, it gets really easy. Then you figure out how. Are you going to be training in the gym? Are you going to be hiking? Are you going to go to the swim center? And you need to know when. You pull out your day planner and you mark in the times that you're actually going to go. Or maybe that's on your phone and you're going to make an appointment for yourself and you're going to make yourself important. So you can focus on attaining that goal. Another excuse, pain. Maybe you've been overtraining. Overtraining is really, really common, especially a post-New Year's resolution time. And if that's the case, then you need to possibly get into a non-impact form of exercise. You know what I'm talking about? Aquatic exercise. Get into the water, move it. Get your body feeling good again. And if that's not enough for you, try an infrared sauna. Infrared sauna is really good for relieving pain in muscles and improving your circulation and getting toxins out of the body. And if all of that isn't helping you, see a doctor and find out if you really have a medical concern. Maybe you're going to need some anti-inflammatories, something a little better than Advil or Motrin or whatever you can buy over the counter. Ice it. Have you tried icing it? Those are really good tips. The next excuse, vanity. You look in the mirror and you think, I don't want anybody to see me like this. That's just fear. And I can only say one thing. Stop it. Knock it off. You shouldn't care what they think about what you look like because you're going to be beautiful. And that's the goal. You're going to be handsome, you're going to be strong, and you're going to be well. Vanity. Kick it straight to the curb. And then we have environment. Maybe it's boring. Maybe it's not really fun. Get into an environment that is exhilarating and has some variety. Maybe you could get your friends to join you. And friends are really great for accountability. And I want to say this one thing. Turn your workout into a play date and you're not going to miss it. You're going to have the reason to be there. You'll have those friends helping you show up. And even if it's just you, if you think of it as fun, you'll more likely attend it and do what you're supposed to do. And then the other thing is you could get yourself a trainer. And a trainer's purpose is to progress you, not necessarily to push you, but to help you get from where you are today to where you need to be. And you want to find a trainer that will motivate you the way you need to be motivated. So check out any of the gyms in town. You could go by Eagle Fitness or the Fitness for 10 or Fitness 1440. Go to the community center. They have a fitness center at the community center. They have a swimming pool at the community center. Or come by Paradise. Come talk to me. I'm a personal fitness trainer. Or you could find personal fitness trainers online, on YouTube videos. But what you're looking for is that progression to take you from where you are today and where you want to get to. Those are my main tips for getting over your workout excuses and the reasons why it's okay for you to fail. And I'm telling you right now, you can do this. We'll see you at Paradise.
Less than a month old, Failing Records is a new store with a unique name right here in Carson City. Located behind Jimmy John's on North Carson Street, you can meet the owners in this week's Hidden Gem segment.
Last year we moved from Olympia, Washington down here to Carson. And we're looking for some kind of business to open. She was a radio DJ in college. Records are just starting to make a comeback. And so we opened this little store about 3 weeks ago and have been able to stock it full of vinyl, and it's actually moved, and we've had a really wide and varied clientele so far.
Yeah, we're down here at 2323 North Carson Street by the Denny's.
And the Jimmy John's.
We encourage people to sit down, hang out while we talk records, talk music, anytime really from 11 to 7.
We have a pretty decent arcade set up here too, and all our arcade games are free. We even have a vending machine. It's not free, but it's cheap. Besides records, we sell t-shirts, some with our store logo, some with interesting things on them.
Mid to late 90s grunge record store. Any one of the stereotypes.
Well, we do sell pretty much every kind of music there is, from country to hip-hop to even electronic. We've met just a huge, wide selection of the community here. The first week we were here, we had this kid come in here and see this punk rock album on vinyl that he absolutely had to have. And it was just completely unexpected. Like a 14-year-old kid came running up to the counter with this
face all lit up.
It
was incredible.
Yeah, thrilled about some vinyl album that he found that had to be at least twice as old as he was.
Yeah.
So, and then we've got to hear all about Carson's history from people that want to just come in here and find some classics that they want to listen to, but also tell us some stories about where Carson came from and what it's been through.
Women are much more likely to be victims of intimate partner violence. In fact, 85% of domestic abuse victims are women. The all-female cast of the Vagina Monologues, taking the stage at the Brewery Arts Center Performance Hall on February 13th and 14th, portray numerous women and tell a funny and sometimes gut-wrenching tale of the female experience. All proceeds from Vagina Monologues ticket sales benefit Advocates to End Domestic Violence, a local nonprofit that provides temporary refuge for women in crisis. Purchase tickets for Carson City Vagina Monologues online at the address shown on your screen. Advocates to End Domestic Violence also operates a 24-hour crisis call line at 775-883-7654. People seeking help with domestic violence-related problems can call this line and receive help and advice anytime, day or night. They also present a number of education programs to the community. For more information, visit aedv.org. Come watch the Carson Victory Rollers and other local roller derby skaters break some hearts and some skulls on the track. My Bloody Valentine charity scrimmage rolls into the Carson City Community Center Gymnasium on Sunday, February 15th. Doors open at 4:30 p.m., juniors skate at 4:45, and adults skate at 6:30 p.m. Admission is $5 at the door, or attendees can gain admission by bringing a pet-related donation item, dog or cat food, dog or cat treats, blankets, towels, or toys. This is being held in conjunction with the Lone Mountain Veterinary Hospital. That's it for this week's edition of Carson TV News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Courtney Bloomer. We'll see you next week.